Have you ever wondered how one of the most iconic roles in cinema history almost didn't happen? Um, for Christopher Reeve, who captivated audiences as the Man of Steel in the original Superman film series, it was once a roll of the dice. Um, as fate would have it, the debates between Cavill and Corenswet and other legendary actors for the role don't phase the older generations. And it's amazing that Destiny steered clear of action heroes like Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger from donning the cape. Instead, the charm and allure of this beloved character remains anchored to Christopher Reeve's finest hour. Imagine the action film landscape if Stallone or Schwarzenegger had been cast as Superman and John Rambo, respectively. Uh, Thankfully, these entertainers embody the roles they have, leaving us glad they didn't snag the roles they pursued. Uh, it was only through some lucky dominoes that Christopher Reeve secured the part. His role came through heavy advocacy from casting director Lynn Stallmaster. Thankfully, Stallmaster's push and his striking portrayal finally clicked in Reeves' favor. Now, let's dive into an entertaining film of the franchise that almost led to a recast. Diary said is that this Superman 3 brought humor into the story and darker themes inspired by James Bond movies and The Boys TV series. The film's main antagonist, a billionaire aiming to dominate the coffee market, a familiar plot in Bond's villain's world, was not the only reason this film garnered attention, but conflict in Superman experiences a mental breakdown, acting erratically, and even imitates Homelander's persona. The narrative also features an affectionate yet turbulent relationship between Gus and Ross Webster, the cunning duo masterminding their plan to control the world. Although Superman 3 definitely showcased some shortcomings, Reeves' performance remains grippingly captivating, paired with those sinister grins and dark lines. It would have been a disappointment if he'd been replaced. However, why the chance of it happening arose is quite interesting. Unfortunately, keeping the stars aligned for such a film wasn't as smooth as a straight line through the sky. Creative visions clashed like two galaxies colliding. Richard Donner's departure led to Gene Hackman and Margot Kidder reducing their involvement. Reeve, too, had reservations, disappointed by Donner's treatment and the film's direction toward a comedic tone. In fact, the filmmakers even had a list of other actors ready to step into Reeves' shoes if a recast was necessary. But why go through the hassle of auditioning replacements when Christopher Reeve reclaimed the cape? The persistence and impressive plea from director Richard Lester finally brought Reeve back on board. Although it would have been wiser for Reeve to move on and give the mantle to another actor during the troubled Superman 3 production, his return brought out the movie's enjoyable comedic scenes in some the hilarious partnerships between Reeve and Pryor captivated audiences and remembered why the actor was the quintessential Superman. His performance also pointed to the upcoming franchise decline, a looming truth that studios often neglect. Like Nolan or Raimi, an original architect should oversee their creations until completion, or else case the bitter fruits of an imperfect following. Despite the series' diminishing returns, Superman 3 set the stage for a memorable adventure anchored by the incomparable Christopher Reeve to with that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,